going to the back again.
That's my favourite place.
And he was so polite and didn't say, what about me?
I'm so used to being polite.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't ask if you
I'm used to being overlooked.
You're off.
I'll sit down quick. I entered construction completely by accident, so this presentation is a sort of hint back to my previous existence as a frustrated sociologist studying criminology at the London School of Economics in the early 90s. I was a sociologist, not an anthropologist, but I like this comment attributed to Margaret Mead, because it says you don't need to be a big team, you don't need to have everybody on side to make a change. It only takes a small group of thoughtful, committed individuals in a project team, perhaps, to change the entire project and indeed to change the entire industry. Behaviours for Collaboration is a new group started by the South West Regional Hub. It's now a BIM 4 official group, a BIM task group community, and it's led by a lady called Elizabeth Kavanagh, who's a psychologist employed in a firm of architects. So we've had sociology, anthropology, and now psychology. It's also now backed by Building Smart. I got involved because I'm involved with constructing excellence, but the Behaviours for Collaboration group also has the active support of Mark Bew and Mervyn Richards, because they recognise that BIM and collaboration is not just about technology. The groups involved include others like Building Smart, the Construction Industry Council, the Higher Education Academy. Jason Underwood, are you still here? Yeah. He's involved in this through some of the academic groups. If you're interested, there is a LinkedIn group, and there is also a stakeholders event in Bath in January. It exists to enable collaboration by specifying the behaviours associated with collaboration. Not the technologies, not the standards, but the behaviours, the human aspects of actually working together as part of a team. And the behaviours are these things around the outside: being collaborative, personally credible, a skilled influencer, a decisive thinker, because what they're aiming to achieve is a Chartered Institute of Personnel Development, a CPD map that will guide how well you're going to be remunerated on your ability to collaborate. Its objectives include defining what collaboration is, doing all the usual case study things, but also providing leadership in the development of collaborative capabilities, and importantly working with industry and working with higher education to develop both the current and the future professionals' collaborative capacities. It's useful. We've talked about coordination today, cooperation and collaboration. I stress this bottom one, that collaboration is about that synergy. It's about achieving a result by working together, but that you could not achieve by working alone. So this is what we're aiming to achieve in the industry. We need to combine effectively the knowledge that we have of our professional subjects, our disciplines, the skills that you've gained from knowing what to do in a particular situation, but also demonstrate those skills in the behaviours that you deliver on your day-to-day work. So your competence, your collaborative competence, is therefore a combination of knowledge and skill and behaviour. So if you can define your certain roles, this is a sales example, but there will be similar specifications for all sorts of industry roles. All of your professions will have particular attributes that you will be expected to achieve. There's a lot of platitudes, a lot of common statements about collaboration, but behaviour is key. Others specify the behaviours that they require of you. You don't specify your own behaviours, others have expectations about you. And always in this collaborative question, certainly within the industry, the client is part of the project team. The Behaviours for Collaboration project is talking about a number of different factors, and I'm going to finish by talking about these 5. Trust, respect. I'm going to talk about T-shaped people, like that. And openness, common goals, new ways of working, and so on. So building trust is absolutely critical. This is the only British standard I'm going to mention, which is British Standard 11,000, which is the standard for collaborative business relationships. And it says that trust cannot be brought about by means of clauses in a contract. And certainly we also need to have some mutual respect. We have to transcend the silos. We have to bring people out of the professional silos and also out of their departmental silos. Too often we sit in our own departmental silos. That's obviously Duncan, hard at work in his office. So the T-shaped people, you have professional responsibilities. That's your vertical skill, your vertical knowledge. But you also need some horizontal abilities. Your ability to creatively think and cooperate and collaborate with other people. So T-shaped professionals need to be able to connect across their boundaries. We need to be thinking, again, British Standard 11,000 is stressing the need for certain attributes like honesty, the ability to work across cross-organisational boundaries, and also think about the vocabulary that you use. Think about your different approaches to problems and your different understanding of different values. Because we're going to be working in new ways, we're going to be sharing goals, working as teams, and that means adopting new working practices, adapting to new demands, and in some cases working in different ways, so creating new workflows from how we used to do things to perhaps new ways in which the technology enables to do new things in a better way. And we need to be managing that change. It's not about managing just the change of ourselves as individuals, but we need to provide the right environment to foster collaborative practices as organisations. And as individuals, we need to nurture the right skills, the awareness of needs, and so forth. And the result will be these things. We'll have redefined success, involved others, and become more accountable. We'll be focused on goals that are bigger than our own narrow little silo-based agendas. We'll have an open mind, and we'll be holding ourselves accountable. We'll also be demanding accountability from others.
Okay, now everybody come back. So questions from the floor.